strongly rebuked Pakistan at the United Nations Human Rights Council meeting in Geneva, dismissing its allegations of suppression of democracy and violation of human rights in Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing the forum, Pakistan's Minister for Law and Justice and Human Rights, Azam Nazeer Tarar, has claimed that there was continued denial of the right of the self-determination of the people in Kashmir in the violation of the UN charters and the international law, calling the allegations baseless and malicious. The Indian envoy has hit out at the Pakistan, saying that the nation itself is plagued by the human rights abuses and is in no position to lecture others, strongly opposing the Pakistan's rhetoric that reeks of hypocrisy. Diplomat Kshitij Tyagi has said that India was exercising its right to reply in the response to the falsehood being spread by the neighboring Pakistan. Now, also, let's listen into how India has replied to Pakistan on the issue of Kashmir that has always been raked up at the UNHRC. Aditya Vadhavan, my colleague, is joining me live on the broadcast. Aditya, what are you picking up as far as, in fact, the India's reply on Kashmir at the UNHRC is concerned?
Well, Simran, India has always India strongly rebuked Pakistan at the United Nations Human Rights Council meeting in Geneva, dismissing its allegations of suppressing democracy and violating human rights in J&K as baseless and malicious. The Indian envoy hit out at the neighboring country, saying that Pakistan itself is plagued by human rights abuses and is in no position to lecture others, and its rhetoric reeks of hypocrisy. So, the diplomat Kshitij Tyagi has said, and I quote, India is exercising its right of reply in response to the baseless and malicious references made by Pakistan. It is regrettable to see Pakistan's so-called leaders and delegates continuing to dutifully spread falsehood handed down by its military terrorist complex. Addressing the forum earlier, Pakistan Minister for Law, Justice and Human Rights, Azam Nazeer Tarar, claimed that there was a continued denial of the right to self-determination of people in Kashmir, which is absolutely malicious and baseless. Yes, Simran.
All right, Aditya. Thank you very much for sharing these details. Now, joining me live on the broadcast is also my guest, A.K. Sewaj. Sir, thank you very much for joining me live and appreciate you joining me at this point of time. Defense expert A.K. Sewaj is joining me live. Sir, at this point of time, how India has rebuked and also responded to these allegations and the specific remarks by Pakistan as far as the Kashmir and the most sensitive issue of between India and Pakistan, Kashmir, is concerned at the UNHRC. How do you view this? And as Mr. Tyagi has reiterated the fact that while Pakistan continues to be in a very deteriorating state itself, how are they having the right to lecture the world, and specifically India, that is on its way to also reinforce the right of minorities back home?
Simran, rightly, pointed out by our diplomat that Pakistan has a dubious track record. Pakistan is the epicenter of terrorism. Pakistan has got basically obsessed by Jammu and Kashmir. You see, one has clearly pointed out Jammu and Kashmir was a part of India, is a part of India, and will always remain part of India. It is only a question of the POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan, which has been basically illegally occupied by Pakistan, that has to come back to India. Instead of lecturing us on human rights, Pakistan must look inside. What is happening in Balochistan? The human rights violation taking place. The Balochis are considered as a second-class citizen. 15,000 youths are missing from their home. What is happening in Pashtun, basically Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there the Pashtuns are fighting against them because they again are being targeted by Pakistan. So Pakistan has a very unhealthy record to look after its minorities also. Ahmadiyyas, which have on the forefront of taking Pakistan as a separate state, are not recognized as Muslim by the Pakistan. What is happening to the Shia population, everyone knows in Gilgit and Baltistan. So today the question comes is Pakistan, instead of lecturing anyone and everyone else, start looking toward its own governance. It has failed completely Today in Pakistan, there is a political instability, economic crisis, and terrorism is increasing day by day. The way that Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan is becoming very bold in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and a genuine freedom struggle which is there in Balochistan by Balochistan Liberation Army. So the point is that the Pakistan is on the brink of having a civil war, and there are chances of Pakistan breaking into four parts, that is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Balochistan, Sindh and Punjab, and POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan will join India because the people are coming in the streets in POJK, whether it is Muzaffarabad, Mirpur, Jangad, Kotli, Bagh and Pakistan Punch, that they want to join India because they feel that they have been left 75 years behind. India, Jammu and Kashmir is progressing, and today there is a genuine democracy as far as Indian Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. There are district development election taken place, panchayat election, Lok Sabha election, and now assembly election, and the government is in place. The tourism is record
All right,
time.
in fact, Mr. Siraj, thank you